Today we will do the circulatory system of the PIla. As we all know, the circulatory system is made up of one blood vessels, and then heart, very important organ. Why it is important? It pump the blood to last parts of the body due to its higher level of contraction. ठीक है? Then blood vessels, either it is artery or vein. Clear? It's is mixed type of blood circulatory system. Most of time it has a closed circulatory system. Closed circulatory system means they have arteries and vein. The blood flow in vessels. That is called closed circulatory system. Now first do the blood. Very interesting part of blood is, previously in cockroach we studied the blood is white in color. Very interesting thing with this also, magical, it is blue in color because they don't have hemoglobin. Due to hemoglobin our blood is red. They have blue blood group because they have hemocyanin. Hemocyanin respiratory pigment is there. Next, the function of blood is to fight with foreign particles. Same function is also done by this PIla's blood. They have number of phagocytic cells. There is no specific names as like in our body, WBCs, RBCs, they are generally amoeboid cells. Amoeboid cells who ate the foreign particles. Clear? Next is heart. Very important part is there. Heart, this is the, as our heart, they have auricles and ventricles. There are two auricles and two ventricles. This has only one auricle and one ventricle. Auricle, that is small in size, and then this auricle is open into ventricle, which is called ventricle. This is, there is present auriculoventricular aperture. Auriculoventricular aperture, from where the blood goes from auricle to ventricles. They got blood from these three: pulmonary vein, efferent tendidial vein and efferent renal vein. As their name indicate, pulmonary means collection of blood is from, pulmonary is related with lungs, tendidial is related with gills, that is related with gills, and third one, this renal is related with kidney. So they have their names: pulmonary from lungs, tendidia from gills. That respiration is called bronchial respiration. The respiration with lungs, that is on the earth, on the land, that is called the aerial respiration. ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, that is with gills, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਹਾਂਗੇ? That is bronchial respiration, or that is with gills, so it is called tendidial vein. एक चीज़ ਆਪਾਂ पढ़ाई सी मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ कि there is dual type of respiration. Dual type of respiration means one respiration is on land when they are on land, another when they are in the water. So it has a amphibious type of respiration. Amphibious means dual type of respiration is there. Then from the efferent means that is come from the, from where it come, it is from the kidney. ठीक है, that is collected in the auricle, which is a round structure. On the lower side of this auricle, this is open into the large, that is called the ventricle. From the ventricle there arises two main vessels. One is cephalic aorta, another is visceral aorta. Cephalic aorta, as its name indicate, it goes toward the head. It goes toward the head. And visceral organs, so it goes toward the body. So its body is in the shell. Pallial complex पढ़े हैं ना आपा? That pallial complex contain number of organs which I have studied you in my previous lectures. This is clear to everyone. This goes to the visceral organs which is in the pallial complex, which is present in pallial complex, like there are present gills, lungs and digestive system, part of digestive system, reproductive organs, all they are supplied by this visceral aorta. Now its name is aorta. Why it is called aorta? Because it carries the oxygenated blood. Artery is the higher unit is aorta. Aorta, arterioles, arteries, then arterioles, then is capillary. Sade vi heart cho there is dorsal aorta. Here is also visceral aorta. They carry the oxygenated blood. Then there is present cephalic aorta. This cephalic aorta supplies to the head portion. Head ch kede portion appa we have studied. First pair of labial tentacles, second pair of labial tentacles, eye, osphidium, then foot. These are all parts, they got the blood from the cephalic aorta. I think this is clear. This is auricle or this is ventricle. Around this there is a one protecting covering. That covering is called pericardium. In our heart, our heart is also covered by a covering that is called the pericardium. Between this heart and pericardium there is present fluid that is called the pericardial fluid. की कहने अनु pericardial fluid that is there to protect the heart. Then is here is the detailed structure of the next are the blood vessels. Next are the blood vessels. These blood vessels, there are these 3 in the auricles and then is 2 main on the ventricles. Blood comes from these that is enter into the auricles after oxygenation. Oxygenation, oxygen कित्थों मिलनी है ना नू बोलो, from where they got the oxygen? ब्लड च ते आई ऑक्सीजन, पर कित्थों मिलनी है? यस, गिल्स एंड लंग्स। हुणे तो बोले रेस्पिरेशन दो तरह की है, गिल्स एंड लंग्स, ठीक है ना। उतों साफ खून होके देन ब्लड बिकम प्यूरिफाइड एंड कलेक्टेड इन दिस ऑरिकल। As I told you, this is a pumping organ. The function of heart is they are pumping organs. इत्थे इकट्ठा हो गया, then it moves to the ventricle. From the auricle, this blood goes to the ventricles. From ventricles, it goes to the कित्थे चला गया? This is visceral aorta and दूसरा मैं की बोलिया visceral aorta which goes toward the visceral organ, then is the cephalic aorta. This cephalic aorta, they have a large bulb like structure that is called the ampulla. What it is called? This is called ampulla. Why this ampulla is present? From the blood, this heart from the ventricle, this blood enter into the ampulla where it is collected. Then after this goes to organs. This release the extra pressure. इस करके इहदे च इकट्ठा हुंदा है ampulla च for the release the extra pressure, एकदम तेजी नाल ना जाए. It goes to ampulla. From this cephalic, first ਆਪਾਂ go करने हैं toward the cephalic. देखो heart in the pallial complex, ਉੱਥੋਂ दो निकलियां, one goes to upward toward the visceral organs, other goes to, मैं दस्या दो चीज़ां नीचे होंदियां, foot as well as head, foot and head. For one goes to this side and another goes to this side. Now this is ampulla, then is this goes to here, this goes to one part of it, लिखो ਇਹਦਾ नाम, this is called the aortic ampulla. Aortic ampulla. Aortic ampulla, then this is goes to pericardium. This is called the pericardial. की लिखांगे नु? Pericardial. Then it goes toward the downside, this one goes toward the esophagus, then it is called the esophageal. Then next, its name is, it go radullar artery, means it goes to the radula. Then is optic artery, it goes toward the supplies to eye, optic means eye. Then is pedal artery, this pedal artery, pedal is related with foot, it goes to foot. This is pineal artery, pineal artery means it goes toward the penis, reproductive organs. This is right pallial artery, means it goes toward the right side of the pallial complex, it goes to the right side of pallial complex, like nuchal lobe, it supplies to right nuchal lobe. Osphidium, it supplies to the, ਉਹਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ? Osphidial artery. Then on the another side, there is present visceral aorta which supplies to, this is gastric artery, gastric means which supplies to the which supplies to the stomach. Then is intestinal, which supplies to the intestine. It is like they supplies to all the organs. This is clear. Near to it, there is parallel to heart, there is present kidney. Again, kidney has two chambers, anterior chamber and posterior chamber. In anterior chamber, there is on the upper side perivisceral sinus. Perivisceral sinus, as its name indicates, visceral means it carries blood from different visceral organs. Then is efferent hemal sinus, means which carries the blood. ठीक है, various organs. Hemal is related with blood. Then is next is its one adjoining, that is also called posterior renal chamber, that is contained, this is also called efferent renal sinus, from where it enter into here in this pericardium. From this heart there arises a जड़ी heart च जाके खुलदी है, that is called the efferent renal artery. ओ efferent है ना, it is called the efferent renal sinuses. Efferent renal sinuses. So now we have understood the visceral aorta supplies to visceral organs, and this cephalic aorta supplies to the head portion, various organs of the head. Okay? फटाफट we made the circulatory path. We have already told you that there are in the ventricle, in the articles 1, 2 and 3. See the diagrams. One is pulmonary vein, ठीक है, efferent pulmonary vein, which is collected from the pulmonary sac, means lungs. Then is next is efferent tendidial vein. Efferent tendidial vein. From efferent they enter into the, they collected from the gills. Third vein is posterior renal vein, which carries from the kidney. तीनों गया ना जड़ियाँ ऑरिकल च गईयां, क्लियर है? इत्थों ऑरिकल तो फिर किधर नूं गईयां? वेंट्रिकल. वेंट्रिकल चों फिर दो निकलियां सी, सेफेलिक ते विसरल. आई थिंक क्लियर है ना सब नूं? फिर विसरल इत्थों गईयां टू द डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स. डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स लाइक मैं दसिया, visceral goes to various visceral organs like reproductive organs हो गए, विच ही हार्ट हो गया, विच ही बाकी जिन्ने भी organs visceral organs है, किडनी हो गई, इस तरह के जिन्ने भी digestive system उन्हें सारियां नूं it goes by the visceral. Then is cephalic, it goes toward the head region, as well as जिवें बक्कल कैविटी है, आईज है, टेंटिकल्स है. Then esophagus, all the organs which is toward the head as well as foot, उन्हां नूं दित्ती. उतों फिर collected from the लिखा ना different organs. From this different organs it is collected by the perivisceral sinus. Perivisceral sinus. I will told you why we called sinus. What is sinus? perivisceral sinus. From perivisceral sinus it enter into the pulmonary sac. Pulmonary sac means lungs. क्योंकि ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਪੇਲੀਅਲ ਕੰਪਲੈਕਸ. here is lungs, here is gills, two chambers, bronchial chamber and pulmonary chamber. Pulmonary chamber that has lungs, and then is pulmonary chamber from enter from the head and enter into the pulmonary chamber, then pulmonary vein, then again enter into the auricles. Second part, तीन खुलियां सी ना ऑरिकल च. दूसरी केड़ी है, इत्थों डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स तो कलैक्टेड बाय पेरी इंटेस्टाइनल. पेरी इंटेस्टाइनल मतलब इंटेस्टाइन में जो सप्लाई. फ्रॉम देयर कलेक्टेड बाय द इफरेंट रीनल वेन. इफरेंट रीनल वेन. दैट इफरेंट रीनल वेन गोज टू पोस्टीरियर रीनल वेन. पोस्टीरियर रीनल वेन क्यों ओनू क्या? because it open into posterior chamber of the kidney. Posterior chamber of the kidney, then it is collected by posterior vein, posterior renal vein, that is again open into auricle. देखो हार्ट विच देखे ना आप तीन बनाई दियाँ, दो पाथवे हो गए. थर्ड वन इज that is efferent renal chamber. That is efferent renal chamber की हो गया किडनी दे फर्स्ट चैम्बर, anterior chamber. From there it enter into bronchorenal sinus. Bronchorenal, bronchio is related with the bronchial respiration बोलने हैं ना, pulmonary respiration. Then they enter into the गिल्स दे नाल, गिल्स वाल. इनू ब्रेंकियोरिनल क्यों लिखा? बिकॉज रीनल मीन्स इट रीनल मीन्स किडनी टू एंटर इनटू द ब्रेंकियल मीन्स गिल्स, किडनी टू गिल्स वाल. ठीक है. साइनस देन इज टेनिडियल साइनस. टेनिडियल वेन मीन्स इट एंटर इनटू द gills. Efferent टेनिडियल वेन, गिल्स. then this is gill. gill तो फिर तीसरी आ गई efferent टेनिडियल वेन. हुण जदों एक चीज़ ध्यान करने वाली है, when they enter into pulmonary sac or gills they become purified. Purified means there is exchange of gases. In the lungs it is by the air respiration. Respiration means बाहरों ऑक्सीजन लैनी ते कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड छड्डनी. ठीक है ना. वो जदों होएगी लैंड ते होणगे उदों एवली रेस्पिरेशन. सेकेंड टाइम वैन दे आर इन द वाटर, बाहर खतरा वै तो की करते हैं, पानी च लुक जाते हैं. पानी च जाके अपने आप नूं की करते हैं, गिल्स दे नाल रेस्पिरेशन. तो दैट इज बाय द गिल्स. ठीक है. उदों यह पाथ काम करेगा. जदों लैंड तो होणगे उदों यह पाथ काम करेगा. क्लीयर है ना. एट द टाइम वैन दे आर ऑन लैंड this way is respiration is due to this. After that respiration is due to this. This is किडनी का काम किया फिल्टर्ड करना. किन्नू फिल्टर्ड? नॉट ऑक्सीजन, नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट मैटर. ठीक है ना. ये ऑक्सीजन के नाल रिलेटेड नहीं है. दिस ओनली डू द फिल्टर द नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट matter from the blood so that the purified blood enter into the auricles. I think clear pathway. ठीक है ना. ऊपरों 3 आइयां, नीचों 2 आइयां. आफ्टर प्यूरीफिकेशन इच सीधा ही हार्ट च केड़ियां वालियां करदियां? देयर इज एंटर ओनली द ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड. no deoxygenated blood, like our blood, our heart. There enter the oxygenated as well as deoxygenated as well as oxygenated, because ऑरिकल तो वेंट्रिकल च जाना, वेंट्रिकल तो विसरल ऑर्गन्स, तो किस तरह जाएंगे? डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड थोड़ी जाएगा, ऑक्सीजनेटेड। ठीक है, याद रहेगा। पेरिकार्डियम प्लस ब्लड वेसल, व्हाट इज साइनसिस? साइनसिस इज ए वन स्पेस, खाली जगह जिद्दां सड़क है, सड़क दे विच खड्डा होवे, ठीक है, दैट इज फिल्ड विद पानी। जो बरसात होएगी या पानी रुड़ेगा, इस तरह ही वैन फ्रॉम द ब्लड वैसल्स ब्लड एंटर इनटू ए ओपन स्पेस, दैट इज कॉल्ड द साइनसिस। मतलब खड्डा सोच लो सड़क के ऊपर जिस तरह, दैट इज लाइक दैट ऑफ, दैट इज कॉल्ड द साइनस। क्लियर दिस सिस्टम? थैंक यू वेरी मच।